I'm Harry Mayes, and the Eagles survive a thriller in Buffalo on the backs of their defensive unit.
I'm Jason Myrtetus, and I'm usually an aggressive guy. I'm a go-for-two guy. Go for the win. But I think that Sean McDermott made a mistake.
Fly, Eagles, fly. It's the Eagles Squad. Everything Philadelphia Eagles every week. Covering all the big hits and game-changing plays from the city of brotherly love. The way only the Locked On Podcast Network can. Get ready and squad up. It's the Eagles Squad show starting now.
That's right. The Eagles go into Buffalo, Bills Mafia, and they come away with a win. And one of the more entertaining games I've ever seen, Harry.
Really?
That
ever seen?
Well, that would only scored a combined 25 points.
Oh, okay. Okay. I knew there had to be some sort of qualification put on that one. Yeah.
I mean, only 25 points because the second half, again, from the Eagles offense was like, what happened?
They were in a coma in the second half.
Look, the conditions sucked out loud.
I mean, it sucked for both teams.
It did.
Okay. Four straight 3-and-outs. Four straight 3-and-outs. I can't blame the weather. They scored 13 points in that weather in the first half.
Yeah. So, progressively got worse, but the Bills handled the weather obviously in the second half a lot better than the Eagles. And I think you saw the graphic that Tom Brady talked about and Kevin Burkhardt talked about, where the Bills over the last 4 or 5 years in second half, their point differential.
Yeah.
What is the best in the NFL? I mean, it was like 291 or something, like some insane number.
Yeah, I mean, they expect their quarterback to turn into Superman, in the fourth quarter, and a lot of times he does it, but then he also does some crazy plays too, like we witnessed today.
Yeah,
two of the more bizarre plays, like this. Some of his play today, meaning Josh Allen, harkened back to the first time I saw him play in the playoffs. I think it was against the Houston Texans, and he was just making some of the most ridiculous plays, trying to create something from nothing. He's just got to know when the play is over sometimes. But he made a huge turn.
Guardrails on his game.
Yeah, he needs a real offensive coach. I mean, I've been saying that McDermott should go. They need to make a change. He's a good coach. He'd get a job somewhere else. But this quarterback needs to be coached by a real offensive guy, not Brady, guy Brady up in the booth there. Because you said that he might have made a mistake at the end by going for 2. I disagree. Because that kicker was the only reason you were in the stupid position to go for 2 by getting the extra point blocked by Jalen Carter, who played a whale of a football game in his return. My goodness.
He was an animal today, Harry.
The defense was unbelievable. We're gonna talk about that for a long time because it's due. But, man, I think the play was there to be had, and Josh Allen just made a bad throw. He just made a horrible throw. If that was Jalen Hurts, we'd be killing him right now because that play was there to be made.
It was like a noodle arm throw.
Yeah,
he does not have a noodle arm.
No.
I agree. The play was there to be made, but if I'm McDermott, I look at it and go, okay, what's the chances my kicker is going to get another one blocked? I got to get this tied. This Eagles offense hasn't done anything in the second half.
Yeah,
let me just get it to overtime. We'll score a touchdown. We're the team with momentum, and we'll win the football game that way. We'll play the long game here.
Yeah,
but these NFL coaches and their ego, they can't not go for 2.
No, but I also think in week 17, it's a long season. You got the second season coming here in January in the playoffs. Yeah. Do you really want to put your guys out there for an extra 8-10 minutes in bad weather? To maybe not even get the win. Maybe it ends in a tie anyway. You know what I'm saying? And what's the point? I really had no problem with them going for it. The play was there. The Eagles, got a break because Josh Allen made a bad throw, or they lost this game. Now the 2 seed is still really very much in play, with the Bears playing tonight. If the Bears lose tonight, they have Detroit in Week 18. The Eagles, of course, have Washington, and if the game they win that, and the Bears lose,
you're guaranteed
second seed. Yeah,
you're home. You're just like you were last year,
right?
Your 2 home playoff. You're good to go, and it ends up going through the link like it did last year. And if the Eagles can force it through the link again. I mean, this team and watching this game, Harry, I mean, it's the bottom bullet point I have there on the right on the overlay. What does this mean? And what does this game mean? let's get to the defense
Yeah.
because the defense is title ready.
Absolutely.
It's that good.
If they play the way they played today, they can beat anybody in the playoffs and win another Super Bowl. They really can. And you know, they might have to do it because they might have to survive this offense like they kind of did today. Yep. I mean, I think they had 15 yards in the second half. They had 17 yards, and then he took the kneel down for a -2. Yep. So I think they got 15 yards in the second half as a unit. I mean, that with all that talent on the field, it's just is mind-blowing that they can't execute, you know, for 4 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, Barkley had some big runs in the first
He did.
half, too. I mean, I thought he looked – I mean, he's starting to look like I'm going, oh, this guy's got some pop now. Maybe, you know, the lack of usage, comparatively speaking, to last year is going to have him peaking at the right time. The offensive line, I thought, was making some good blocking in the first half. And then all of a sudden, the second half, it went.
Yeah, it was – you know, it was they got a little conservative, you know, because they had the lead, they had bad weather. Maybe you're thinking, you know, you're probably not going to need anything from your offense. But man, Buffalo, as long as there's time on the clock and that guy's got the ball, I mean, he's gonna make a run at you.
Well, there were 2 catches in that game, both by Buffalo players.
Oh yeah,
one by Brandon Cooks.
Yeah,
and the other, I forget what was his name,
Shakir. Was it
Shakir?
Yeah.
I mean, those 2 catches are unbelievable catches. You see one of those a season for a team if you're lucky, let alone 2 in the second half in a game you're trailing. I mean, that was unbelievable, those catches.
Actually, I think Shavers had one.
Yeah, Shavers had the second one.
Number 14, he had one. It was a 32-yarder. Brandon Cooks had the big play for 50 yards in the game. But yeah, I mean, he, you know, and those are just sort of desperation plays where Josh Allen's just sort of throwing it up there and hoping his guy comes down with it, and they did and kept them in the game. It was a wild game. It really was, man.
Imagine if that was snow today.
Oh yeah, that would have been insane.
Maybe that might be the most incredible part of this game is that they got that much precipitation in
and
Buffalo,
no snow,
and it was not snow.
Yeah, on December the 28th, you're thinking if you're going to get that much precipitation, it's going to be 12 inches of snow.
Yeah, like I thought the Eagles might be staying there the whole week if I'd have known that precipitation was because you're not going to be able to shovel your way out.
Yeah,
you know the funny thing is in the first half too is I thought that Jalen Hurts put the ball in peril and in places for his receivers to battle for it. You know that a couple times to Devontae Smith and
Devontae came down with that one. That was well, no, actually, he didn't catch it. They reviewed it, and
I thought that was a catch.
Harry. I think that's the dumbest rule in the sport to me. Yeah. And I've complained about this. You know, whether it's the Eagles are playing or not. That is the dumb when the guy catches the ball and he comes down on the ground and they say the ball moved. He doesn't lose possession, but they say, "Oh, the ball moved." It's not a catch. They got to get rid of that rule.
Yeah, to me, it's way over the top for a league that wants more offense. I'm surprised the rule is in.
I am too. I really am.
When that one's overturned today, to me, that's not the spirit of the rule.
No,
but they caught. I mean, that would have been a huge play because they wouldn't have had yet another 3 and out.
Yeah,
which again is an issue.
Look at the second half possessions here. I mean, you know, they got the ball in the third quarter, and Barkley went up the middle for a 5-yard gain. Then he gets a 10-yard gain. You know, they're running the football. Hurts incomplete. Barkley for a 2-yard loss. Hurts incomplete. Punt.
Yeah.
You know,
killer.
And then their next possession was Hurts incomplete to A.J. Brown. Hurts incomplete to Devontae. Hurts incomplete to the right. It was 3 straight passes, all of them incomplete. Punt.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to watch. It was like watching the Steelers. Nothing. They just don't win the football.
The Eagles were 3 for 11 on third down today.
Yeah.
3 for 11. I mean, and just hideous in the second half on third down.
Yeah.
But you come out of this game and you go, okay, it's an 11th win. They're 11-5, 6-3 on the road this season. They the number 2 seed is they take care of business against the Commanders. Do we know when that game is yet, Harry?
Well, I think they're all at 1 o'clock right now.
Okay, 1 o'clock Sunday.
I'm pretty sure the Eagles game will be at 1 o'clock.
I'm hoping that is the case for the final regular season game, and you know they're in position, and it's all because of this defense. Let's talk about Jalen Carter because he returned, and I didn't. We talked about it in our midweek squad show. Do you bring him back in now? Do you let the caged animal loose when you get to the playoffs because of the way when he missed games before he came back in and hit the ground running, kind of like who's the other player that did the Eagles linebacker who came in. Why can't I think of his name right now? Who's been unbelievable. That came. He was injured. No, injured earlier.
Nakobe Dean.
Yeah.
Nakobe Dean. He was out today, though. They didn't play
out today.
Yeah.
And Baum was excellent today.
Right.
But Jalen Carter goes in the game today, and you could just see that he was a man possessed. He gets the sack up the middle.
Oh, yeah. That was
all over the place.
He looked like he was shot out of a cannon coming out of that 3-point stance. I mean, unbelievable. Just burst.
A guy that size shouldn't be able to explode like that.
Wow, that is really quick. I mean, it's like he attacks that guard that he was going up against or tackle. Yeah. I forget who it was on that play, but man.
There were two other defensive plays, one by Epps and one by Bond.
Yeah.
That helped this game. The play by Epps on, what was it, on Cook?
Yeah, it was a really good hit.
They showed the slow-mo from behind the QB, and you see him like kind of dancing back and forth looking for the read, and then as soon as he makes the read, he just goes in and just cuts the legs out to the running back. It was a great look at what he's seeing.
Yeah,
and it makes a great play and takes out the Cook's legs, and then Bond getting the shoulder on Jake Allen was the game basically.
Yeah, and kept him out of the end zone. Got it. Yeah. He came up short there on that 4th and goal. Yeah. And that was another yard. That was another one of those plays where Josh Allen, if you're a Bills fan, you're just pulling your hair out. You're like, what is he doing? He's trying to faking it. He's just extending. Like, make a decision, make a throw, will you? Yeah, or decide to run and go. Like all this indecision was why he didn't score there. And totally a great play by Bond. But Jalen Carter also had a pass defended, batted ball down, and blocked the extra point.
Yeah.
That was his mitt that got him. Remember him?
Yeah.
He showed his one mitt sticking up there. Man, that's unbelievable.
It's a big old paw up there.
Yeah.
You know Baldy was happy about it. Let's take our first time out. We'll come back. We'll break this game down further. It is a Locked On Eagles squad show after the Eagles go into Buffalo. They tell the Bills Mafia to back off, and they win the game 13-12. We're back after this on the Locked On Eagles squad show on the Locked On Podcast Network. All right, let me tell you about Prize Picks, because this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Whether you're starting a new routine or jumping into player projections for the first time, trying something new, it can feel like a challenge and a little overwhelming. But with Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure football matchups every weekend, especially this time of year, great hoops action at the pro and college level, the action never slows down. And Prize Picks lets you stay in control. Now, Prize Picks is the daily fantasy app that makes watching sports even more exciting by letting you build lineups based on your player projections. No drafts, no waiting, just pick more or less and play your way. Really simple. This is not that complicated. And getting started on Prize Picks, it's quick and simple. The app is super easy to navigate. It's made watching games more engaging, especially for following individual player performances. And you can, again, pick the ones you want to get in on. You love the flexibility with options like Flex Play, where you can still get paid even if one pick misses. And the new early payouts feature, how about that? Game changer. If a player starts hot, you can cash out before the game ends. Maybe you think the player's going to run out of gas. So do yourself a favor. Download the Prize Pick app today and use code LOCKEDONNFL. Again, the code LOCKEDONNFL on the Prize Pick lineup, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, we are back as the Eagles get an 11th win of the season. And Harry, do we have to you look at Hurts' stat line on this game, and I'll give it to you right now. 13 of 27, $110, one touchdown, no interceptions, was sacked one time for -2 yards. I think that's the kneel down, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. He made some unbelievable moves in the pocket tonight to avoid being sacked. There were a handful of times where he was really dead to rights, and somehow he evaded the sack and was able to, extend the play, and many times he maybe throw it out of bounds or something, but he did not lose yardage. So he, I know his numbers are not good. He made a couple of really nice throws. But he did make some nice moves and shifts in the pocket to avoid being sacked, because they were harassing him too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to take away from the game from him because I thought he played heady in the first half, but again in the second half, and I'm trying to attribute it to weather. I mean,
maybe the wind picked up. I don't know, but it stopped raining at one point in that second half too.
Yeah.
But the weather wasn't ideal. It wasn't ideal against Detroit. It wasn't ideal against Green Bay. They've had a lot of bad weather games where it's difficult to look good and flashy at the quarterback position. I will say that.
Yeah, that's true, and we just don't know. I mean, you look at the Detroit game and the Green Bay game, and it's the Eagles' defense that wins them those games too. Yeah. Very similar to this game. There's now 3 of these games.
Oh yeah, and these are the kind of games you're going to see now in the playoffs against quality teams. And I don't think Buffalo has a great defense. They're good, but you're going to see the best teams, on defense against this Eagles offense. And if they can't score 17 points, chances are you're going to be going home.
Yeah, that's kind of the line of demarcation. Like if they score 17, I start to feel pretty comfortable that the defense isn't going to give up more.
Yeah. I mean, if you told me that we're going to score 13 against the Bills today, I'd just say that's a stone loss.
Yeah, because you thought there's no way that Josh Allen is not going to get more than 13 points.
That's what I would be thinking. I know.
Little different type of game for Allen because they're playing catch up.
Yeah.
But his number's 23 of 35. I mean, to throw the ball 35 times in that weather is crazy. 262, no interceptions, 5 sacks, though, 51.
But he had the big fumble. Yeah. Which it did look almost like he was trying to throw that ball. He thought he was throwing it because he didn't even go after it. He's like, and I think part of the Bills team thought it was an incomplete pass. Yeah. But credit the Eagles for playing the play to the whistle. Jahad Campbell ran that ball down and jumped on it, and you got a possession out of it. Stopped Buffalo on a scoring drive and went on and scored, I think, 3 points off of that drive.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the 2 instances where they scored 3 points because we didn't come into the game with a lot of confidence there.
Right.
When Josh Allen was scrambling on the one play, and J.L.X. Hunt got him on this.
Hunt had a heck of a game too. He had 2 sacks.
He really did. Yeah,
2 sacks.
The one where he sacked him, I think it was like it was a 4th and 28. Right?
It was a 19-yard loss. That was where another one of those silly scramble plays with Josh Allen, where you're just like, dude, throw the ball away.
Yeah, I literally, I'm sitting at home by myself. Wife and kids are out of town, and I said, "What a dumb play!"
Yeah, really stupid.
Just dumb.
Just trying to do too much.
Field goal.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, he's all the way back at what, like the 48 at that point.
Yep.
Just a horrible decision. And I think you're right. I think he needs a coach with offensive pedigree.
Yeah.
To put guardrails on his game, give him a conscience on the field. He plays with no conscience.
Yeah.
And it's just too much risk. Jake Elliott, you mentioned there, they end up with a field goal there. He ends up hitting 2 today.
2, yeah, in not good weather.
Yeah,
in not good weather with a lot. I'm sure there was some wind shear in that stadium today with the rain and everything. And he looked solid. So that was really good to see.
47 and a 28-yarder, I think the other one was.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal, and it's an extra point as well, which wasn't a given obviously for Buffalo.
Yeah.
I can't believe they missed that.
I know. Well, you didn't miss it. It was blocked.
Blocked. Yeah, I mean
Jalen Carter made sure of it.
Think about how effective they've been on blocked field goals and blocked extra points this year.
I know. They won the Rams game because of it.
Exactly. They blocked one of each.
And you could say they won this game because of it, because that changed what Buffalo was going to do at the end of that game.
Absolutely. If Buffalo goes in there and just has to kick an extra point to win it, then the Eagles are going home losers.
Most likely, yeah.
That is unbelievable.
It's crazy.
You would never think like that type of play is going to be so impactful for 2 wins.
I know a lot of people might not like Tom Brady's analysis. I actually think he's really good.
Yeah.
But he made a statement about the Eagles, and it really galvanized why they win games. They play every snap. Like they like special teams, it doesn't matter what it is, what the situation is. That defense is playing every snap to the whistle. It's just like they're just in it. And I guess you got to credit Sirianni for that, for his detailed, approach, because I think that's really what kind of takes the form there. Like they're in it on every little detail.
Is that when he was talking about right after Aaron Andrews' report when she said it got me pumped up being in the tunnel because the defense was so pumped up. She asked Sirianni about it.
Yeah.
And he said, "Did you see him play in the first half?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and then Brady went on to have that explanation that you just said.
Yeah.
And I was not a Brady fan initially. I think he's warmed to the job, and and I thought this during the game. His voice, his delivery, his knowledge, obviously, and his pedigree, and the fact that he did what he did as a player, the credibility is off the hook. But he sounds like an old school broadcaster to me.
Now he does. Yeah, this year. I think he sort of took that leap this year. How about how he's talking about the gloves? There's no better bad weather quarterback than Tom Brady. That guy played more big games, playoff games in rain and snow. And I know we talk about the deflated footballs and all that kind of stuff too, but he's talking about the gloves that
gloves.
He would tell his teammates, like, go change your gloves.
He talked about the plastic gloves with Devontae Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
On a drop that he had. And then he talked about his obsessiveness with the weather.
Yeah.
This guy, that's what it takes to win multiple champions and be that good. Is like, he's like, I was on the weather.com app like nonstop.
Oh, yeah. Well, he knew he's playing a lot of home games in New England in January. He's probably going to have bad weather, so you better be ahead of it. And then people were saying, why is he only wearing one glove in the booth? I think it's for the telestrator because you probably can't touch the screen and make the lines with the glove
Jackson
on.
Thing.
Right.
He's not going with the one bedazzled glove. Yeah. The bedazzled glove.
Yeah,
that's not the reason, but I think you're right. It's the touch screen so he can break down plays. His recall on how fast he breaks down a play is remarkable to me.
It's pretty good.
That his eyes always know where to be, and he's like dialed in.
Well, he knows the names of the plays too, like that the Buffalo's running.
Yeah.
So, but how about Cooper DeJean? I know Farzi's not with us today. He'll be with us on the midweek show, but man, did his boy have a game.
I thought his best play, maybe one of his best plays ever, was one that didn't even turn out to be the fumble. The way he pushed the player off before jumping on the ball, they ruled he was down.
Oh yeah.
But it was, to me, that was a 2000 Elo chess play. Like a lot of people just go for the ball and then they'll have the wrestling match. He saw that he had an angle to push the player further away, then he could jump on the ball clean.
Right. Yeah.
And you don't see guys
play.
do that. Yeah.
Now he did.
I thought he was awesome.
He did get run by Brandon Cooks on that 50-yard completion. He ran right past him. But other than that, he was in on a lot of tackles. He gets his nose in there, man.
Oh, he's a baller. Maybe Quinyon Mitchell's not his best day. The first one of those crazy circus catches was against him, and after a PI call.
Yeah, he had a PI call. It was kind of
got in the collar a little bit.
Yeah, it was borderline. I didn't think it was egregious, but that official, that Torbert guy, I can't stand him.
Me neither.
I'm telling when
I think it's hard for Mitchell because he covers guys so well.
Yeah,
like he's so like hip to hip with him.
He's aggressive too.
Yeah,
he's physical. But whenever I see that guy on the field, that Torbert, I'm like, oh, this game is going to be tough.
Was that Gene Steratore back in the day, Harry?
No,
he would break out their record when Gene Steratore ref their games.
Ron Torbert. I remember he might have done an Eagles Super Bowl.
Wow. Well, he didn't do the one in 2017.
No,
which would be 2018 actually, but because that was Steratore, if I recall.
Right.
He had to make the huge call on the Zach Ertz touchdown,
right,
which essentially won the game. Besides the Brandon Graham strip sack. So while you look that up, I'm going to tell the people.
Yeah, he did Chiefs-Eagles in 2025.
Oh, well, he did it last year.
Yeah, and he did the Rams-Bengals.
You don't like him?
No, I don't like him.
Ah, jeez.
I don't like him.
Take a timeout. Our last one. We're back after this on the Locked On Eagles Squad Show. All righty. Let me tell you about Gusto. Let's be real. No one starts a business for the joy of calculating tax withholdings or managing payroll spreadsheets. That's where Gusto comes in. I stunk at this when I was doing my own company. It takes the stress out of payroll, benefits, HR. You can focus on running your business and supporting your team. I wish I would have had Gusto. Could have used the Gusto. It's an all-in-one remote-friendly payroll and HR platform that makes managing your team simple, transparent, and fast. Whether you're hiring, onboarding, paying employees, Gusto helps you do it all from one place without the hassle or hidden fees. Unlimited payroll runs for one monthly price, which means no surprise charges at the end of the month. Gusto's automated tools like offer letters, onboarding materials, and direct deposits save business owners hours a week. Knowing you can reach a certified HR expert at any time gives you real peace of mind. So do yourself a favor. If you're a small business owner, just can get your feet off the ground, or you've been in the game for a while and having frustration, try Gusto today at gusto.com/lockedonnfl. And you'll get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's right, 3 months of free payroll at gusto.com/lockedonnfl. One more time, Gusto, gusto.com/lockedonnfl. And we are back. A little shortened episode today. A lot going on in the sports world. I was trying to do the Flyers pregame show, Harry, in the waning moments, literally, as we started the show and we're waiting for the 2-point conversion.
You know what?
I've never been so distracted and not cared about hockey so quickly in my life.
It might have been just a better pregame show to just run the feed from Buffalo and just run the game.
I would have done that.
Yeah,
if I wouldn't have had issues with the compliance.
Yeah, the Bears are up 7-0 at pick 6 of Brock Purdy.
Oh wow!
So Chicago's defense came to play today in San Francisco.
So what do we want to happen here? Obviously,
you want the Bears to lose.
Yeah, in that game, and then into Week 18, the Eagles just take care of business, and they're the number 2 seed.
I mean,
Commanders.
Let's see this, because San Francisco could still win their division. But would we rather play like a San Francisco in the 6th seed or in the 7th seed, whatever it is? If the Eagles finish 2, they play 7. If 3, they play 6.
Yeah.
Would you rather see the Rams or the Niners in that spot? Because right now it's the Rams.
I'd rather see the Niners than the Rams again.
I kind of agree with you.
I think it's hard to beat a team twice.
Yeah.
And the Rams, I think, are the better team.
So,
plus, I love beating the 49ers because their fans are the biggest weak asses out there.
well, if Chicago wins, they're 12-4.
Okay, so they're the number 1.
Oh, no, they'd be, 12-4. 6. Yeah. No, they'd be number 2. Seattle's got 13 wins.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Seattle won today. They got 13 wins. Chicago would be 12-4, the Eagles 11-5, and then that would drop San Francisco to 11-5. And if the Rams win Monday night against Atlanta, like you think they would, the Rams would jump up ahead of San Francisco into the 5 seed.
Okay, so you avoid them.
You would for now, yeah.
Okay.
So
well, this is remarkable what it's coming down to here at the end.
It is.
This is going to be bananas. It's going to be a crazy Week 18. The Eagles cannot have a slip, though.
No.
And slip up next week.
The biggest thing is, how many starters do you play? How long do you play them?
You only play them a half. You only need your starters for a half anyway, Harry.
Yeah, that's true. They only show up for basically the offense only comes for 2 quarters anyway.
I'd start docking pay here at half.
But if the Bears win, they're 12-4. The Eagles would be locked into the 3 seed. If the Bears lose, you're tied with the Bears, but they get the tiebreaker because they beat you head-to-head. Yeah.
That's going to be tough. And who do the Bears have Week 18?
Detroit at home.
And you can't rely on Detroit.
No.
Not anymore.
No.
That's not a team I feel like you can rely on. They're probably going to be the 3rd seed.
I would think so. I think we're probably going to end up with the 3. This guy, Ian Gates, here at the bottom in the comments says, oh, my gosh, it's John Romero. Now, I looked up who John Romero is because I had no clue. He's a software video game developer, and they must think that either you or me look like him.
John,
look up his picture. Do I?
Because I think somebody commented on this
But this guy has facial hair, this Romero character.
He doesn't look like you at all.
Well, I don't think so either. I mean, the glasses are similar, but geez.
Yeah. And I think he's Asian.
He is Asian.
Like, you're not.
I'm not Asian. Nothing against Asians.
Yeah.
But I'm not Asian.
I thought that maybe he was talking about the guy that just wrecked his Ferrari. One of the, I think, a Call of Duty creators wrecked his Ferrari and died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, this guy did invented a lot of video games.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's him.
You don't look like that guy that I just saw, Harry.
Yeah.
Unless I had a lot of substances in me, maybe you'd look like him. But
yeah.
Heck of a game. One more comment by Savage. PHI, heck of a game by Carter. Boy, he was good.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. And Ball just jumps in and says, good evening, Jason. Harry, nice to see you.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments even before that.
Two peeps checking in. But we have to wrap up early because I have Flyers duty. And we're going to take one more little blink of a break right now, Harry.
Who do the Flyers play? The Kraken?
The Seattle Kraken, Harry.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah. Hey, the second ranked team in the Eastern Conference.
The Flyers are.
Yeah. You don't stick at that very often.
No.
It's a rarity indeed.
That's pretty good.
So we'll wrap up there. We'll have the midweek show coming up this week with Louis DiBiase and Mark Farzetta as the Eagles go to 11-5 with a 13-12 win over the Bills Mafia.
I'm going to want Louis DiBiase to tell me how Cam Jurgens made the Pro Bowl, because I think he's the only one out of us four that may know.
5 players made it for the Eagles. He was one of them, and I was stunned.
I cannot believe it, but
I think that they got it. I think they pulled his name out wrong. They put the wrong name up. I'm stunned.
Congrats to him, though. You know?
Yeah, well, congrats to Quinyon Mitchell and to Cooper DeJean, first teamers.
Yeah,
they earned it as well. So we'll have a squad show for you this week as we kind of get back to semi-normal, as we'll flip the calendar to 2026. The Eagles are going to be going to the playoffs. Just a question of which seed as we head into Week 18. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This has been the Eagles Squad Show on the Lockdown Podcast Network.